Alright, so I'm making this video for Tyrone, because he had asked some questions about, you know, what's your payment, what's the year to your truck. I leased a 2019 T680. If you get everything that the payment on the truck is $685, $695. If you do what's called their lifestyle lease, you have to pay $750. But with that lifestyle lease, you get every 3 months you get 1 week where you don't have to pay your truck payment, your insurance payment. But you only really have to use it if you take days off. If you just want some extra money, you don't have to take days off. You can just have them add the money to your check. It's $940 they give you. Now, I'm also doing this to let you know that when you lease this truck, to make sure you know, realize what you're doing. I mean, I understood it when I get into it, but basically, you're gonna pay for this truck plus 35 to 40 grand, and then at the end they have a buyout for $49,000. So you're gonna pay $240,000 for this truck.
But it was only because Paulie didn't have to move for anybody.
Just the payments add up to $192,000. And
at first, my parents loved that I found a job across the street.
You're paying for the top of the line T680 with all the bells and whistles. You know, the upgraded sleeper, the leather seats, all the extra scales and gauges and everything, all the collision detection, all the everything like that. You're paying for that truck, but you get the base model T680 with the smaller motor.
That was the answer to all her prayers.
You know, that's it.
I was the luckiest kid in the world. Go anywhere. I could do anything. I knew everybody and everybody.
And then you'll start out where they'll let you run, and you'll get 3,200 miles the first few weeks or something like that. And after that, it kind of dies down to 2,600, 2,800. And then by the time you pay for this truck twice and everything that week, you might take it. If you're lucky, you might. If you can get up 3,000 miles or more, you'll take home about $900. But if not, it's going to be more like $500 or $600.
$1 here, $1 there.
That hasn't happened to me yet. I mean, I do a lot of bitching because they think people are dumb. But
he was pissed that he made such money. He was pissed that my kid brother Michael was in a wheelchair.
And then again, like I said, there's a buyout at the end. So after you've already bought and paid for the truck, plus about $35,000, then they want you to buy the truck from them at what you could go buy it for used at any truck lot.
But after a while, he was mostly pissed because
basically, you have to buy the truck twice.
And every once in a while, I'd have to take a beating. But by then, I didn't care. The way I saw it, everybody takes a beating sometime.
It's nice because when you lease instead of go company, you get a little more freedom. But you're also at the mercy of your dispatch and your trip planners. Like this load I'm on today was given to me at 8 a.m. yesterday. It was 3 hours from where I was. And I can't pick it up till 2 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's like 39 hours. 40 hours or some shit.
That was it.
And then on top of it, and then it's got to be 650 miles away by Monday. Which is no problem.
How can I go back to school after that?
But that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 days on a load that's only paying about 850 miles.
He wouldn't have one in his house.
So that's 4 days of my week gone.
Yeah, then you have to call the people back from an outside
for $850.
There were guys,
and I'm already into it for $1,086 for my truck payment and insurance, all those bills. And $450 worth of fuel. So I'm already $1,300 in.
Paulie didn't talk to 6 people.
And I'm only going to have 850 miles by Monday.
Meet with Paulie to discuss the problem. Everything was one-on-one. Paulie hated confrontation. He didn't want anybody hearing what he said, and he didn't want anybody listening to what he was being told. Hundreds of guys depended on Paulie.
And also with the lease, you can get a brand new truck.
Just like in the old country,
you can get one that's got 150,000 miles on it. You're going to pay the same price. You're going to make the same payment on that truck as you do on the new truck. And then they have 15, 16, 17s.
That's it.
A 15 is a 2-year lease with a buyout at the end on a truck that's a $50,000 truck, but you're going to pay $150 for it. And then
they knew I was with somebody.
Like a 16, a 17, an 18. On a 16, the payment between it and a new one is about $30. So you might as well get yourself a brand new truck. Now they won't let you, if you get a brand new truck that hasn't been driven at all, you have to do a 5-year lease. If you get one that's slightly used, you can get a 6-month lease or a 1-year lease, stuff like that. Which is what I should have done. I should have got one that had like 100,000 miles on it. But I couldn't do it because I'd still be paying the same price for that truck as I do for this one.
You know why? It was out of respect.
Hi, Mom. What do you think?
But yeah,
Look at my shoes. Aren't they great?
like I said, the miles start out good, but you have to run your ass off to get those miles. And you find yourself running out of hours and waiting on recaps because the way you get your load info. Any load I get, it'll either be I have to sit for close to 24 hours, or I'll get it and it's already a day into it and I haven't even been able to go there to pick it up. Like right now, I'm sitting in bumfuck Iowa.
It was a glorious time.
With a load that they gave me at 8 a.m. yesterday. It's 10:30 in the morning today. They gave me this load at 8 a.m. yesterday. It was 200 miles away, about 3 hours. I was in Minneapolis.
28 or 29 at the time, but it was already.
And today they sent me a message saying, well, can you take your empty trailer over there now? Because they need trailers to load. How that happens, I don't know. But I told them, well, I'm not starting my clock and all that to go over there and sit. It's only 10 miles down the road, but I'm sitting at the truck stop. I can go inside, take a shower if I want. I can go inside, take a dump if I want. You know what I mean? And then I said, is my load ready? Because I'm not going over there to sit.
In the city. He was first locked up at 11 and he was doing hits.
And they're like, well, I don't know, let me check. They don't have to have it ready until 2 o'clock tomorrow morning. So I asked him, I said, so y'all gave me a load at 8 a.m. yesterday, knowing that I was going to have to come here and sit here, you know what I mean, for 36 hours or something. You know, I could have done a restart, but if I do a restart, then I don't get my $500 extended service bonus because they say you take a day off, but you're not, you know. Only reason you're doing a restart is because they ran your ass off. You know, you're having to run 3,200 miles, 3,000 miles in 5 days instead of 7. You know, which is not, it's not a whole hell of a lot, but you know, you factor in everything, driving, and you're driving for 10 or 11, to get that 600 miles a day, you're driving 10 to 11 hours. Which again, I don't mind, I like running hard, but I don't like running hard for no reason. If I'm going to run hard like that, I want to make the money like I'm running hard like that. I don't want to be running like that because I'm not going to be able to make it if I don't, because of the way I get my loads. Because it just seems to be how it always is. It's a couple days running. It's a couple days between sitting and running 200 or 300 miles those couple days, and then the last 5 days of the week you got to just run. You got no time for nothing.
Yes, sir, that's me.
They got some company guys that they do all right, but for the most part, they do them pretty dirty. That's the difference between leasing and company. If you're company, you're going to do a lot of swaps. You're going to do a lot of swaps with a guy like me. But if you're leasing, you know, there's not much of a difference in the money you take home. If you run 3,000 miles as a lease driver, making 75 cents more than a company driver a mile, you're either making about the same or maybe a little more, maybe 50 or 100 bucks more than a company driver running the same amount of miles, which is not kosher. Because, and you're hauling reefer, so I mean, you know, reefer pays more than dry van. But I know guys at other companies running dry van making I make $1 for a mile, they make $1.15 a mile. Leasing brand new trucks, you know, I bring home about $850 a week, and they bring home, you know, between $1,500 and $2,000 a week. Now, I don't know what my company isn't doing that their company is, or vice versa, but that just don't seem right. I don't know if they, you know, they can't pay us because they gotta charge a minimal amount for freight because to keep their customers, or what. I don't really know how that goes. But all I know is leasing this truck, I'm buying this truck and the next truck. So keep that in mind if you decide to lease. You know,
there was Jimmy.
I'm trying to hang on to get some of the money out of them that I think I should get.
And then there was Mo Black's brother, Fat Andy.
Because I feel like they've been robbing me for 2 months. But
was Pete the Killer, who was Sally Balls' brother.
Anyways, make sure if you go to lease, make sure
Nicky Eyes.
you ask them. Make sure you have a. I had an understanding of it. I knew what I was getting myself into, but I was also expecting to be able to make money, which isn't really happening. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I make decent money. I make enough money for me to live on by myself on the road in this truck, which is all I really need. But you know, motherfucker might want a house someday. You know what I mean? Something might want to, and they won't cut it. Can't pay your bills. And I took home $1,700 for the month of December. In the month of December, I took home $1,700. Let me see. At a regular. Let me see. Hold on. At a regular job, working 40 hours a week. Before taxes. What is it called? Oh, yeah.
This guy's a piece of work now. All night. There could be like a half a mil coming in. Cash. And he said this is probably over the weekend. Oh, yeah, somebody got the Jewish holiday on Monday. Then we'll find out for Tuesday. Beautiful. What the security? No, security. You're looking at it. I'm the midnight day man. I'm the commandant. He just comes in like he's picking up lost baggies with Tommy D. It's beautiful. Yeah, I don't think it's a problem at all.
What's really funny is the fucking bank job away in Secaucus. I'm in the middle of the fucking weeds, laying down. I'm doing 3 minutes.
Oh, you gotta go aboard. It's like I had a regular job at 40 hours a week. That's like let me see. Let's do this easy. $1,600 at 40 hours a week. It's $10 an hour. So you're making about $10.25 an hour at 40 hours a week. But I took home $1,700 and I was working 65 hours a week. So you take your 40 hours at $10 and something cents an hour, and then there's another 25 hours of overtime. So that would even out to be 77 and a half hours. So I should have done this before I got on here. So you take that 1,700 and you divide it by 77 and a half.
I make you laugh. I'm here to fucking amuse you. What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
Just get a page on the story. What?
No, I don't know. You said
There's twice. There's
you said I'm funny. How the fuck am I funny?
there's one.
Tell me what's funny.
50. 164.
Get the fuck out of here.
165. That leaves 150. So at 77 and a half hours a week,
What the fuck is it with you? I was getting fixed over here. He's hanging on my fucking neck like a boat. Like a
and
This guy's for you, man. Check. Wayne can take care of it.
Yeah, it's no problem. I'm gonna put him on my tab.
it's 20,
That's what I'm gonna talk to you.
30, 31.
$7,000.
So you work 310 hours. 310 hours. Right by 1,700. 1,500 divided by 310. Let me see. That's 5. That's 1,500. 1,550. That leaves.
What the fuck are you looking at? You fucking.
You're making like $5 an hour. $5 or $6 an hour. Like, so, I mean, you can make the money that you're making here at any job, anywhere. From shoveling shit to working at McDonald's. When you're leasing a truck. But it's about, you know, you can work the same amount of hours as a company driver and make about the same amount of money. Running the same amount of miles. So yeah. So for the month of December, I made about $6 an hour if I was working at a normal job anywhere in the world. Now, don't get me wrong, I've already made this month. I've already got, I've already made it. I got, in the first week of this month, I got a check for half of what I made last month. You know, $850. And, because the way this week has started out already, I'm not gonna, you know, I'll get about 2,500 miles this week. Just because I won't be able to do anymore. Which ends up, you know, be like $500 check. So, hey, anyways, I guess that's all I got right now. If y'all got any more questions, ask me. I'm not gonna do nothing but be honest with you about this stuff. There, when you go, if you end up going there, and you know what I mean, the recruiter isn't gonna tell you none of this crap that I'm telling you. And when you go to orientation and training, they're not going to tell you any of this crap that I'm telling you. They're just going to try to say, oh, well, they must be doing it wrong. Or, whoa, they must be... I run my ass off out here. I do everything I can to make crumbs. So, you know, just, like I said, if y'all want to know anything, just ask. All right, bye.